Good evening, friends. I hope you are doing well. Another milestone is close to achieve. My best wishes to all of you, and expecting that your hard work is gonna get paid off. And I believe in it that whatever you have done, you're gonna achieve. So trust yourself. You are going to achieve your milestone, and after a few days, I'm sure you will be receiving a text or message or results that you have been passed. You have been succeed. But from messages, I can observe and I can notice that most of my colleagues, they are worried about their test. So I'll suggest you that increasing tension will decrease your performance. So instead of, taking this as a burden, you have to take serious and enjoy it. And the consequences will be different. So let's back to the lesson. This is about the sample questions. I'm going to add another sample questions. I'm going to share with you the keywords and the scenarios. So hopefully this is going to help you again, and keep subscribing, keep supporting me, keep dropping the nice comments. If you have any questions, you can reach me out through email, through my WhatsApp, or through comments. So let's see some questions what I'm going to share, and I'll be explaining the background about that. And the most important thing is the keyword. So how you are going to analyzing the information or analyzing the instructions, how you are going to link or correlating. So there the word correlation. The correlations means relating with the content and the domain. So correlation is similar to the integration. And what is the connection? So the connection is in the question. The connection is in the instruction. So again, I'll suggest you that read the instruction carefully and find out the keyword and relate these keyword into your the practices. Okay. So let's see what are these questions. Okay. And another important thing, my upcoming lesson will be about the only theories, the important theories, and you're gonna face in your pedagogy test. Okay. So don't miss the chance. If you didn't subscribe, if you're new to my channel, subscribe. Please subscribe. If you want more videos like that, press the bell icon button. So let's see what are these sample questions. I'm going to read the instruction and give you some more tips that you can answer. Let me share the screen. Question number is 14, lesson 14, sample questions. So the first question is, so this is about the theory of BRONFENBRENNE'RS. So it's hard to pronounce. Okay, BRONFENBRENNE'RS, a theory. He gave a theory of an ecological context of child development, helps early childhood educators that focus on. So I'll be sharing the description for almost all of the questions. So you have to go through the link and you can read further about that. So that I'm suggesting you and I'm recommending you that my explanation is supporting to you, and the link I'm going to share will brainstorm and give you the background information about that. So first is that question number 1 is about, the BRONFENBRENNE'RS theory. And what is about theory? It's about the child development theory. So it's related about the biological or ecosystem. And what exactly they said that for educators, for the children, what components are necessary are helping to develop or helping to promote the development of the individual. For example, your child is living or he's studying in, or she is studying in the school, but what other factors are fostering or reinforcing in order to promote the development. So what kind of the development it can be the physical development, it can be emotional development, it can be psychological development, and it can be a mental development like that. So BRONFENBRENNER'S theory is comprising or encompassing several components of this. Let's see what are these components. Okay, first, this theory looks at the child's development within the context of the system relationship that form his or her environment. Means the environment is necessary. Either the school environment, either your society environment. There are the other forces, they are impacting on the every individual. Either it's a child, either it's an adult, either it's at any stage. So BRONFENBRENNER theory defines complex layers. What are these layers of the environment? Each having an effect on a child's development. So first I will tell you, for each question, I'll be giving you the background information, okay? That will help you to understand what this context or this context. So understand the process of child growth. Let's look at this. This is a structure of that. Suppose the center, your child is a center of that learning or the part of the community or the son. What other, the factors or of the society or of the environment is impacting on your child? So you can say that in a globe, we have a society, we have a culture, we have a religion, we have family, we have a community, we have a school, we have a neighbor, we have all these things. And every factor of the community has a different attitude and different behavior. So these factors, they are impacting individually and they are promoting the development. So back to the question. So your society, your culture, your religion, your school environment, your family, your community, they all are promoting the development of your child. Let's see back to the questions. What options we have? Child and family context. We have a two. Okay, according to BRONFENBRENNER'S, there's several components of that. Child and family within the educational context, not only this. Educational context within the society, not only society. So child's biological, immediate socio and socio-cultural context. So we have a more things, okay? Biological, socio-economic, and social culture. These all are promoting the child's development. So the answer is D. Now let's the background information or understand the process of the child growth. So what factors, okay? Even for me, these factors are impacting culture, religion, society, and all these things. So it's very clear. You have to think in larger context, okay, in broader context, okay, in order to understand the question. And the development age, birth to age, and integrate the nature of the development across all the domains. What are these domains? These are the domains of that. So culture has impacting also, religion is impacting, school is impacting. Next question. A kindergarten teacher has set up a sand table and in her classroom with which the children can explore and play. So we'll see that this is the activity they are talking about, right? And so that you can say that what is the keyword, okay? The sand table and explore. The sand table is most likely to benefit the children by providing them with the opportunity to. Now, this activity, what exactly providing to the children? Develop creative skills using unusual artistic material. Do you think it's artistic? Explore with concrete materials and make discoveries about their world. So while we are giving these type of activities, actually we are trying to find the hidden gem or gems or skill. Through what? We are giving all the concrete material and we ask students, okay, to develop and think, okay. Why we are teachers are doing in order to boost up the cognitive skills. So a teachers and curriculum is supporting to encourage or implement the curriculum into the classroom, or play curriculum into the classroom, or that they can make the independent learner. So explore scientific concept they have learned previously. We're not talking about previously. There's no connection, even there's no information link. Develop fine motor coordination. Why? It's for what are the fine motor coordination? So first we'll go answer, explore with the concrete. Let me check the answer. B. The background information for this one. This is a real life application. You're providing all the materials and you're asking, okay, to react and reflect. Okay. So students will reflect and they will be creative and they will responding according their material on concrete. So what is the background of this information? Understand that children through play construct the knowledge, independent learn by exploring and interacting with objectives, concrete that you have provided, materials and people in their environment, and that they play and reflect the development. So when you provide all these materials, definitely they will give you output of that. The why I said it's not a fine motor skill. Let's see. Fine motor skills are the ability to make movement using the small muscles. So here we are talking about the cognitive ability. We are not talking about the physical. So as you know that we have a 4 development skills: mental, physical, and what we call the social, and there's another one. Okay. So fine motor skills about, you know, the physical. It's in the domain or the context of that. So the answer is B. Which of the following activities best promotes mathematical understanding among preschool children? Mathematical understanding means the keyword is about the mathematicals and preschool children. So means brainstorming, cognitive skills. Let the students think about that. Let's see, what are these? Okay, this one's naming geometric shapes that can be found around the room and drawing pictures of them. First, we are talking about the preschool. Once I mentioned the keyword, so if it is a preschool, then how we can ask them to go for the geometry? But geometric term for them will be new. Counting by a root. If it is a preschool, why we have to give them a counting numbers? Learning about the calendar. Is it a mathematical? So counting, it's not something the cognitive. Learning about calendar is not a cognitive. Geometric is not a cognitive. So mathematical is cognitive. Means let the think, let them use their brains. Okay. So I'll go for the D, sorting objects in a variety of ways and talking about how they are sorted. So in which they will be using their critical thinking, problem solving, and these. So these are the mathematical skills based on the cognitive skills. So it's a cognition approach. D. Understand the development of children's cognition in mathematical and scientific concept and how to develop children make sense of their world. Let's move to the next. In preparing a curriculum for the optimal development of infant under the 10 months of the teacher should provide. So this one is about the curriculum. But first we need to understand what is the optimal development. That's a key word. And the second word is about the curriculum, about infants under the 10 months. Okay, we are not talking about this one. Now, first thing is optimal development means development in all areas. Physical development, mental development, social development. That the students can experience in all domains. To be persistent, to be consistent, and to experience the nature and their learning. Second thing about the curriculum. If we are talking about the 10 months curriculum, so what do you think? What type of the curriculum they have? Mathematics like that. Okay. So 10-month children, it's similar like the preschool, and the preschool curriculum has been categorized in 2 according to the research. I'm not talking, the link you will be finding in the description. Firstly, they had a doubt that Do we have to call a play or do we have to call curriculum? So based on the research, they have categorized into two. Okay, the first one is they said it's a play curriculum, and then they mention it's a play element or play environment. Let me clear how. A curriculum gives a clear instruction what skills they have to teach. So for the 10 months, under the 10 months, what type of the curriculum we implement? We reinforce, we foster, we encourage that the students can learn through playing, through activities, and your subject area should be embedded and integrated and correlated with other subjects. For example, if you're going to teach them about the language, so you will be verbally communicating in order to improve or promote the language skills. If you're asked about the healthy and safety, you will be providing the environment. You will be providing the safe side. You will be taking care of the environment. If you're talking about the mathematics, you will give them an opportunity to think of that, about the cognitive skills. So the curriculum of 10 months or the preschool, it's based on, it's called a play curriculum. So researchers, they give that they can go through the games and the play, or they can learn or interact through the environment. So that is called the play elements, or another they call the play environment. We are not going to teach them, we are not going to let the right, we are not asking them, okay, you are interacting through different ways. So riding twice for outside play, it's not relating with the infants, okay, 10 months, okay. You cannot boost up the all skills, or you cannot create an environment. Why outside? Then there is no health and safety there. The another one is musical swing for movement. Musical swing for movement, that is not learning, it's can improve the listening skills. Multi-child buggies for walks. This is again, there's no the optimal development, it's an all domain. So what you're going to give them, you are going to provide the environment of that learning. So play environment, soft mats and blocks for rolling, climbing and tumbling. So as you can see that we call the play group. So play group, you are providing the play environment. That's your curriculum, and you are embedding all activities of the mathematics, science, social, and all these things. Let's move to the background information. Understand how to foster physical competence, including fine motor skills. Fine motor, I have mentioned you the motor skills, okay, about the hand rates and all. Gross motor skill, perceptual development, and promote children's awareness of health, nutrition, and safety. So you have to give them an environment. I love this question. Use the diagram below and to answer the question. So this is a scenario, okay, and you have to give through the logic. Okay? A primary teacher wishes to make a room in the classroom for an area where children can experience hands-on study of plants and seeds. So hands-on, the activities that you can do the hands, okay, through. One of the children is physically challenged and use a wheelchair to move around the classroom. So they have the students of the determination. So this is the main point, okay. The students of determination, this is a key point of this question. So based on that diagram, which of the following area would be most appropriate for setting up the plants and seed center? Now the question said the most suitable. Is it a safe that a child with the disability, they have to go through upstairs and all of these things? Of course not. Based on that, teacher created a room there, and they found through these areas that which area is suitable. So what we're gonna do, okay? Can we grow plants inside the room? Scientifically, We need the sunlight, okay? So we are taking about that. So we have these two areas of window areas, right? So for me, as an area 2, because that is a suitable, they need the sunlight, and the handicap, what we call the student, which is on the wheelchair, okay, he can also experience and learn what exactly teacher wants to teach. So it's an area 2B. Understand how to structure a learning climate and select strategies that are responsive to the diverse needs and backgrounds of all children. So what is the need of the student? That he cannot go upstairs and downstairs. So the best way for him that he can watch from window and can experience and practice. 6, during a parent-teacher meeting, PTM, so the key word is PTM, parent reveals to her child's teacher that her 4-year-old daughter, Tisha, is often extremely aggressive at home, causing disharmony among family members. So it is the problem, or it's a issue of the behavior. Which of the following would be the best suggestion for the teachers could make to help this parent cope with the daughter's home behavior? First, let me tell that this theory has been given by the Drucker, and he given the 4 component of that one, 4 goals of misbehaviors or misbehave. I have recorded 4 lessons of that one, and you will be finding the links in the description. So my recommendations that you have to go for each and every what we call a behavior and the consequences. So I'm going to relate that which behavior exactly that's a problem, why he or she or Tisha is doing like that. Allow Tisha to have a space at home where she can go when she is angry, so as not to affect other family members with her angry mood or action. So you are giving them a space to them. Begin each day at home talking with Tisha about her feelings and how she can express them without lashing out the people around her. Set up a reward system through which Tisha can earn simple material rewards and privilege when she displays control to her temper. Invites Tisha's school's friends to share ways they express their own anger with them. Now, during a parent-teacher conference, a parent reveals to her child's teacher that her 4-year-old daughter Tisha is often extremely aggressive. Now, first question is that where this misbehavior or aggressive attitude has been takes place, into the classroom or at home? First at home, right? So first we're gonna do set up a reward system that Tisha earns simple material at this one. So reward system can be applicable at in both in classroom at home, but here attitude is something different. What exactly she wants, okay? That why often extremely aggressive, causing disharmony among family members. So it's not about the reward, first thing. C is not there. And why Tisha's school friends, okay? So she has not a problem with the school friend, or it's not about the school friends that she is aggressive because of that one. She can go and enjoy with their friends, okay? But there is something between the parent and child. So let's to the point, okay, that this is matter of attention. According to Drucker's theory, that this child who has this attitude, and they are trying to get the attention of their parents. So what happened in the mostly the parents are busy in their jobs and in professional life, and they don't spend much of their time, and you'll be mostly finding this attitude in their children. So if you find this attitude in your child, try to give them more attention in order to get rid of this situation, because this has a very severe or serious consequences. So it's a B, begin each day at home for talking kid. Understand the importance of establishing and maintaining positive collaborative relationship with family. While reading a story to first grades about a family going on a weekend camping trip together, the teacher noticed that Karan, a child whose parents have recently divorced. This is a scenario, right? Become upset after speaking with the Karan privately and notifying her parents about her reaction. The teacher reading a book about a child living with his mother during the week and with his father on the weekend. It is most likely that the teacher's reason for doing this are because it's important for that. Now, this question is about real life, right? So instead of telling them stories, instead of telling them the fictional the characters, okay, so what the teacher decided, that's the need of the student. So it's better to we give them an opportunity, so and avoid them the other fictional stories. So let them give the real one. We have the two. Which one of the two are the correct? Okay, first, every child to see his her lifestyle reflect and represented in the classroom, correct? The second thing, that the teacher are to maintain positive home school relationship, because here it's not making the relationship, it's a scenario that Karan's father and mother, they are divorced, okay? So what they have to do, okay? So there's telling the story about that, okay? So children to see that fictional stories sometimes reflect the real life situations, okay? So I believe this one, what we see in the stories, in the movies, okay, that actually they exist. Karan to know that her peers accept her and to see her as having a common family experiences, okay? So it's not about that the peers, it's not about the peer and about the positive attitude, but the teachers deliberately wanted to, okay, when he discussed with the Karan that I'm going to share your a story with among students, okay, so she notified privately in order to get the confidence of the students, in order there should be no issue further. So it's a 1 and 3. So the answer is A. Understand how the dynamics, roles, and relationship within the families and communities affect the children. An early child center has added an additional toddler component for 8 children. So this is a bit, I'll give you the information about, the core of and the work experience, how they have to manage and assign the teachers, and how many numbers of the students or the toddler they need, and how many teachers for a group of toddlers they need. Which of the following adjustment must the center to make the accommodate this change? So first is a child center. What happened there? There's 8 students, okay, toddlers they brought it, okay. They have to make the adjustment. So what type of the adjustment they have to do? Let me give you the information. The links are there. You can go through the links. First, we cannot assign or give the responsibility of the 10 toddlers with a ratio of 1 teacher, because it's a big responsibility. Toddler needs more attention, and it's hard to manage this much number of the toddlers. So let's see. Hiring staff to ensure a ratio of 1 adult to 4 children in the toddler group. Adding more large group activities. So it's not about the adding activities. What about the management? So it's not. Removing activity centers from the classroom. So removing activities is not adjusting the number of the students. Decreasing the per child fee, okay. So it's not, it's irrelevant, okay, because they have already more number of the toddlers. So if you have a more number of the toddlers, you have to increase the number of the teacher. So hiring staff, this is the pattern. They're hiring according to the hiring staff to ensure the 1 ratio a ratio of 1 adult to 4 children in the toddler. So for 4 children, toddlers, there should be a 1 teacher. So 1:4. There's 8. They have to make the adjustment like that. Okay. So for 8 children, they have to hire 2 teachers for it. Let me read the background information. Understand the use of formative and summative program evaluation to ensure comprehensive quality of total environment, reflecting the diversity of children, families, and communities. 9. David Elkind's description of, this is another theory, and it's important theory. The link is there, you can go through it. David Elkind's description of hurried child syndrome has led to increased awareness in early childhood education. This is with everybody's relationship. This is the current situation. And this is real. Let me explain that. Okay. He gave a theory. Hurried child. What is hurried child? When you send your children to school, admit, every parent, okay, is pressurizing in choosing courses, pressurizing to focus on homework, pressurizing to study more. Does it make sense? Do you think it's impacting on the learning? No. He proved that it's increasing pressure. It's a depression. It's a, what we call suppression. So, hurried child, he gave a 2 chapters. One is, let me check, okay. His book has 2 chapters. One is our 100 children, hurried children, and other one is the hurried children. So each chapter is consisting on the 5 chapters. Okay, furthermore simplified in 5 chapters. So he said that instead of pressurizing, instead of putting more burden of the studies, which will not impact on the learning. So let the child be independent to choose what exactly they want to learn and make the learning as a play. Importance of formal public schooling beginning at a very large age, measurement of academic performance through formal assessment, importance of a play rather than formal academics. So he gave a pathway that the learning should be enjoyable. Learning, the students should enjoy their environment. They must be relaxed. Let them choose. They should be free. What exactly? And there should be an accurate opportunity that they can practice. So this is the C. Parents review 3 sources of stress for parents. They are more afraid, more alone, and more professionally insecure. Me too, you too. Do you think you are professionally secure? So what is your intention? That your child gonna study well and choose some courses, and okay, and that you can get another option or the source of income as they can support you in all means. This has led to them to being a self-observed, facing the unstable situation brought by the ever-changing society, and their added stress greatly affect their parenting. Job dissatisfaction and uncertainty seems to have a result in parents' disproportionate concern with their children's success, starting them in sports, so you can see here, and other programs at early ages. Parental peer pressure puts undue emphasis on early reading and academic achievement. So he pressurized that they are hurried. Why they are hurried? Because they are not letting them to play the environment, but they are focusing on the formal academic. But in real, it's not impacting. Understand the framework of early child profession. Last, developing an articulate philosophy. So articulate philosophy for an early child education program is most likely to contribute to program accountability. How you articulate the philosophy, psychology, designing the programs. So what programs you gonna design, okay, for your child in curriculum of it? Most likely to contribute to program accountability by in education, right? So making clear expectations of the program and the responsibility of those involved in the program, satisfying both states and federal program documentation, providing a way to compare easily the effectiveness of various early childhood education programs, serving as a legally binding contract that the parents, guardian can expect to fulfill. The question is about that designing a philosophically early childhood education program. Why we design the early child program? In order to make them the responsible and accountable. So making clear expectations of the program and the responsibility of those who involved in the understand the development and role of an articulated philosophy in early childhood. So in a curriculum, you are setting the goals, setting the benchmarks, what the students are going to learn through this one. And you are making them responsible for them. So read the instruction carefully and listen. So these are the questions, important questions, how to answer this one. And I have give you the background information about that. So upcoming lesson is the theories and the most important theories you're gonna face the question about. So if you want more videos like that, press the bell icon button. If you're new to my channel, subscribe. Your nice comments will be highly appreciated. Stay connected with me. Thank you.